welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy and are inspired to create. Hi guys, I'm bringing back some products from the Not Too Shabby's box of the month for January. And I'm using the ephemera, the Fresh from the Coop, Very Sweet Kitchen, the pattern paper. I've got it in front of me. The Clucking Cute Chickens and the Strawberry Kitchen one. And I probably don't have the names right. But I wanted to bring back this product because I wanted to give you more ideas for it. I know for me, when I spend my money on crafting supplies, I'd like to get a lot of use out of it. And so I wanted to give more ideas on how to use it. And this was super simple and easy. These are just some treat bags that I got at Dollar Tree. They have all different ones, but I'm sure you could get them on Amazon or somewhere else, like a decent sized pack for dirt cheap. And you could do them in all different colors. So I just used the white. I bought white in like a pink color, but the pink was kind of lavendery pink, so it'd be good with the paper pad and stamp of the month from December because of the Lavender Lane, which I just did a voiceover for another video using that. So you're going to see a few other projects coming out with the sets from prior months. And I just have some Distress Oxide ink. I don't even know what color that is. I can't see, but it's on the screen, guys. Is that Weathered Wood? It's kind of like a gray color. I thought it went well with the ephemera from the little chickens from Fresh from the Coop. So that's why I'm using that. And I just picked some stamps out of that stamp set. And I don't even have it in front of me, but I think it's called Clucking Cute Kitchen, if I remember right. It was my favorite out of the box of the month that month. And I'm just trying to rotate the stamp every time I ink it up. And I'm a slow stamper, guys. Like a slow crafter. I think this is sped up a couple of times. I think it's like 4 times sped up. That's how slow I stamp. But I just make sure that I hold the stamp there too to make sure the ink deposits onto the paper. If you don't have these little bags, you can make bags out of 12 by 12 cardstock. Maybe you've got some old scrapbook cardstock that, you know, maybe is a more neutral color that you could stamp on. You could even do this in just plain brown lunch sacks, like the, you know, the craft colored ones. Maybe stamp it with a different color. Oxides would show up on it. This Weathered Wood will look completely different on the craft cardstock. Or, you know, paper bag color. Paper bag. This is why I don't, this is my least favorite part, guys. I've got like 6 videos I need to do voiceovers on, and I don't like doing voiceovers. I don't know what to talk about. I feel like I ramble. A lot of people tell me, no, leave it in there. We like, you know, like we like when you actually talk. And this could be why a lot of people do music. And also, I just feel like sometimes when I review my videos and I see how many views I have, there's not very many. There's also, I noticed the watch times have tanked, so I'm not monetized. And I'm starting to question how much time I put into my own personal stuff. Like, I have an obligation to Not Too Shabby, and this is not one video that is obligated to them. This is just me making another video with Jamie's products because I like them, and I want to give you guys ideas on how to use them. But when you don't watch a creator's video and you breeze through it and you want to keep continuing to see them create projects and put them out, watch their videos so their watch times go up, because I have been putting out regularly videos for years. Well, probably the last year more regular than anything, but, you know, off and on. And I've got a few hundred videos on my channel, I think, or at least a couple hundred. And for the most part, for the last few months, I've been putting out regularly, at least weekly, sometimes multiple times a week. And my watch hours are only like 2,400. And so it gets discouraging. And at this point, I'm starting to question why I'm even doing it, because these videos literally take hours upon hours. If I didn't want to edit them to the point that I do, because I cut out so much time. And I've got enough product to craft with for, 5 lifetimes. So I don't have to do these to get product. When I was asked to come over to the Not Too Shabby design team, I was honored. I thought, oh, what a nice, like I get to interact with other people that love making cards, and I get to use product and just share because I was doing it anyway. But I'm starting to get to the point to where I'm feeling like burnout. Do you guys ever get that way? Any of you that make videos, just like when your watch hours are tanked or you're not getting the views and you put so much time and effort into something that you're just like, why? And I've had these feelings before, long before, and I've talked about it on my channel. And I've had people that watch me regularly, and those are the ones that really make me want to continue to do it, because I've made some good friends from YouTube. And there's certain people that have reached out to me and told me that they fill some of their time when they're struggling with my videos. And that made my heart feel good, because I felt like, okay, that's why. But it does get tough. This is expensive, and I feel like I have to keep bringing new product. And I don't have the money to do it. So, So if you're along those boat, know that's why I'm like, I like to get the use out of the products I do purchase. So I stamped all over these bags, and then I fussy cut these chickens. And I loved this ephemera this month because they did have wide borders for me to fussy cut without like whiskers from like the mice, made it more difficult to cut down from the January box, which I love those images too, but I prefer a fussy cut image. So, and I used a like scalloped and stitched circle die, and then I used a circle die on that with the pattern paper from Fresh from the Coop over some craft cardstock. And I know I kind of got off there, but hopefully you can relate. So if you enjoy my videos, please send me some encouragement, because we all could use that sometimes. Because I would appreciate it. I always try to do that for others. And I really try to take the time when I reply to anyone who takes the time to leave a comment on my videos. I try to make sure that I respond personally to each one of you. Sometimes it is simple as thank you so much, but I really try to answer or address everything that you left in that comment and make them each individual. I don't use the pre-filled stuff. I take the time to read each one and respond individually, because it means a lot that you guys take the time to watch and that you take the time to comment, because it is encouraging. So thank you. Here I'm using, I think that's Lumberjack Plaid Distress Oxide ink. And this stamp was a little bit more tough to stamp because it's larger, and I am a horrible stamper, okay? That's why I use a Misty. But I wasn't going to try to line all this up and move a stamp around multiple times for a bag. And so if you've got like a mouse pad or foam, like maybe you have craft foam, put it underneath there. And be careful, because some of the ink did deposit to the back. And I didn't mind. If I'm going to give this away to someone, I'll probably give it to my daughter because she won't care. But if I was to give it to someone, I would redo it. Or I would wipe up the ink in between each one. That's why you kind of see me like sticking my knuckles down when I lift the stamp set up, because I think I got a fingerprint down lower, and I kind of cover that up later. So it's fine. I don't think anybody's going to pay that much attention or really care if you smudge the ink anyway. Because they're gonna think it's cute. That's what they're gonna see overall, and then they're gonna want the goodies on the inside. So like on the other bag, that little chicken was holding cookies. I would bake up some cookies and put them in a cellophane bag and tie them up with a pretty bow inside, and then put it inside the bag and give it as a treat or a little gift or a thank you. And then the same one on this one, maybe if you make jam, you could put strawberry preserves in there in a pretty jar, and then when they open the bag, it'll be like a double surprise, you know? Or if you wanted to use Squeeze the Day from December, no, December, I say December because we received them in December. For January, I thought with all the lemons, it would be cool to do lemon bars and make one with that paper pad and those little mice and do lemon bars. In these limages, hey, you ever do that? Combine two words. These images were a bit larger than the ones that I chose from the Clucking Kitchen stamp set. And so I should have spaced them out a little bit more, but I still think it looks really cute. And I don't know if I have any overlap. I mean, it's cute. These were fun because it was outside my normal. There was no coloring involved. They were pretty simple. Um, and they were fast for the most part. So if you like fast makes, this would definitely work for you. And it probably took me longer because I always overthink things. And then I decided to come in with this is, I think, antique linen, which ends up being kind of a yellowy cream color in oxide. And it depends on what you put it next to. It almost looks like a pale yellow when you put it next to pale yellow. But here it's kind of like a off-white, like, antique linen is off-white. And I stamped these just to give a little bit of interest for a different color, but also I put it over that smudge where my fingerprint was. I don't think it really hit it, but I don't think anybody's going to pay that much close attention to it anyway. I'm just stamping them everywhere. And I don't know where the footage went for me assembling the piece that went on the front there, but that's ephemera from the Berry Sweet Kitchen and paper from the Berry Sweet Kitchen stamp set. And then I just used some of the pattern paper from those paper pads and stamped Sweet Hello is from the Berry Sweet Kitchen stamp set, and the other one is from the Clucking Cute Kitchen. And you can mix and match them. And if I had larger clothespins, that's what I would have used. But I had these little tiny ones. So there they are. I hope you enjoyed. This was a bit different for me, but it was a lot of fun. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.